Let's welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on the King's Birthday Long Weekend here in Melbourne. Because let's go up to our friends up in Queensland, because speak with our favourite Brisbane South Wildcats Sapphire and Ruby Series teams. And, of course, we've got two very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about it. Thanks both for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
No worries. Well, I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and what position both of you play on the court in your respective teams.
Righty, I'll go first. I'm Talia Evans. I play in the Wildcats Sapphire team, and I'm a mid-quarter, specifically wing defence centre.
Hi everyone, I'm Kaiden Torpo. I play in the Wildcats Ruby team, and I play goal attack, and sometimes we'll swing to wing attack.
How did you go on the weekend, considering obviously you didn't get the week off?
Our team, well, most of us were pretty sick. I was really sick with the flu. So we actually lost by a fair bit. That was our second time versus the Jets. Won't say the score. But we did play really well. We did have some good moments, but I think the game just got to us a little bit.
Oh, I played in Ruby, but I filled in for Sapphire for half a game. But for Ruby, we had a little loss. We only lost by 6, which is it's improvement from our last game versus Jets, our first round. And with each quarter, we were building, so it was a very good game.
Know that this coming weekend coming up is a double header, Saturday and Sunday. That's pretty cool. To have a double header on next weekend. What's the approach going to this weekend, knowing that you've got two pretty tough games, Saturday and Sunday back to back?
So we've got Cougars Saturday, Tigers Sunday. We versed Cougars. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? And we gave them actually a really good running. We nearly won. We only lost by 6, so that's going to be a really tight game. I think our game plan is just going to be really hard man-to-man defense, just doing the simple stuff. That's going to be basically the same with Tigers. We haven't played them since second round, I am pretty sure. So it's been a while, but yeah, we're really eager for a win.
And for us, we'll be just trying to stick to our own game and trying not to have our opposition, whether it be Cougars or whoever it may be, get a good lead at the start so we don't have to keep fighting at the end. Just start strong.
As Talia just said before, also the flu bug has gone around the team, especially in the Sapphire. Are you hoping to have all of them back? And most importantly for you, Talia, are you getting better?
Yes, I'm definitely getting better. I'm on the mend. I'm pretty sure all the girls were sick probably last week, so they should be good and ready for this weekend coming. Yes.
For you, Kaiden, what was it like to go back to go up and play Sapphire? Obviously, playing half a game for Ruby and half a game for Sapphire last week.
Oh, it was very good. I've been doing that for the past 3 weeks. It's just been very good environment with the Sapphire girls as well. Very welcoming. Just nice to play with them as well.
Tell us a bit about your coaches.
Ooh, we have some really good coaches. No, I love our coaches. We have Megan and Georgia as our 2 coaches, and we have Mezzy as our manager. Good old Mezzy, always there for a laugh. No, they're really good, really helpful. They have so much knowledge, and they're always here to help. Yeah,
so I have Rochelle as our head coach and Simone as our assistant, and I've got Amanda as my manager, and just the same, full of knowledge, always there for support, just always giving great feedback on and off the court, just lifting us up at trainings and at games, especially after hard losses. Yep, always there for us.
Tell us a couple players in your team we should watch out for. You can't include yourselves or each other.
Oh, dang it. Probably for our team, we've probably got Maddie. She's a gun mid-quarter. You will see her in the centre. She's got the blonde hair, the pink shoes. We call her Twinkle Toes. She's really good at a lot of stuff. We've also got Coco in the goal shooter. She's about 6 foot something. She's so tall. We've also got Nalani, goal attack. She's really, really, really good in just communicating around the circle edge and helping us younger girls develop.
Oh, my team, everyone is a star player when they get on. They do their job. They do pretty good. But bit of standouts that we have, it's got to be Jess in our back, goalkeeper, just holding down the team. She's one of our captains. There's our speedy mid-quarters, Salpo, Laura, and Kiara, always there for just every ball, really, just attack and defense. And then we'll have Nahoya and Manaya in the shooting, and all the other defenders and everyone else. Everyone's doing good this year.
If it's okay with Talia, I'm going to ask the next 2 or 3 questions to Kate, because I'm going to get her to put her national championship medal on her neck. There it is.
Yes,
So I have to ask this then. Tell us what it was like in Darwin, and especially obviously travelling with your Queensland under-17 team.
So nationals for me was one of the best experiences, like, for my netball game. Like, leading up to the championship, it was like hard hours. Even Talia would know. Talia was there for basically all of them. So it was like long hours throughout the holidays, throughout everything, no break for 6 months, hard training. And it was just such a relief getting up there, getting to play with all your friends, and such a good atmosphere there. Even though it was hot, it was still good. It was still fun. And just getting the gold just topped it off.
Tell us a bit about the gold medal clash. So I've completely forgot who you versed in the grand final with the gold medal. But, you must tell us who that was, and tell us a bit about the grand final. When did you thought that you claimed the national championship?
So it was the State of Origin grand final versus New South Wales. And so I didn't play the grand final, but I was watching. Oh, it was still so stressful being on the side. So we were, I don't even remember the scoreline, but it was very close. I may have been down or something. It was very close, like not much in it. And yeah, it's just very exciting. And I may have thought that we were gonna, oh no, I don't even know the score, but yeah. I'm getting the Australia game mixed up. West Australia game, oh, that was even more stressful. Double overtime, that was even worse.
You didn't mention that you didn't play in that game. Explain to us why you didn't play. And the second part of that question was how good was it to get the gold medal, even though you didn't really play in that gold medal clash?
Yeah, so throughout the competition, I did get to play. However, I was like an impact player after my friend Kira. So she would start and then I'd get to come on. However, when she got on, she did her job and everything. So that was good. And she held strong throughout the game. And yeah, she finished it off, which is good. And just dealing with it, it was like a bit on and off. However, like, we still got it and I was fine with it. Like, some of the girls, I know they were like a bit like down, and because they didn't get to go on. But for me, it was like, my girls did it with us. We all did it together. It's not like we didn't play any of the games. We all got a good amount of court time. And yeah, it was just good to make all the training worthwhile and get the gold. Yeah, it didn't matter too much. It mattered, but it didn't matter too much that it wasn't just the grand final. Yeah.
Talia, I know. Really, I didn't want to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Obviously, you didn't get a chance to go. How frustrating was that for you?
Yeah, obviously it was really frustrating for me since I had made the team last year due to an injury. Actually, I got pulled in, but it's actually just made me stronger, 10 times stronger, to work harder for next year, because next year I will be the oldest age for under 19, whereas this year I was the youngest age. So I still got another year to go for it. So I'm actually really looking forward to this year coming.
I'm sure you still supported, the state team that was at national still from back home.
Yeah, every single time it was on Zoom or K or whatever, I was there watching it, backing them all the way.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm sure you watched the 17s as well, obviously because you're amazing teammates who's on this call. Can you remember your reaction when they won it, and how quick after that game did you actually message your amazing teammate on this call?
Straight away. I'm good friends with some of them. So, yeah, actually, at the very start of the game, I knew they were going to win straight away. They had, well, throughout the whole comp, you guys didn't lose a game, did you, Carden?
Yeah, I forgot about that. We went to undefeated.
Yeah, you did go undefeated. Yeah, so you guys had a really, really strong team. But yeah, it was really good to watch.
So, Carter, you were being honest there, were you? Be modest.
Yeah.
I need to ask you this last one before we go back to, obviously, include Tali in the next couple of questions. How difficult was it going from, being teammates with the state team, win the national title, to now going back to Sapphire and Ruby series and you have to play against them?
Over the past few years, I've always been friends with most of the girls that I made the team with. So from under 12s, most of us that were in state squad in the state team together, we made schoolgirls together for Queensland. So it was the majority of us. So, and then when we started playing state age, we were already versing for different clubs, and we were still versing each other. So it was kind of just felt the same. It just feels the same for Ruby and Sapphire. It just gives us state age vibes. Yeah, but we don't really, if something goes wrong on the court, we lose dramatically, we get taken out by one of them, we don't really take it to heart. It's just, you just move on. It's just the game. Yeah, okay. So it's not too.
Well, talk me about both your netball journeys now. Where did it all start and why did you choose it?
Well, mine probably started, I'm from Norfolk Island, so I grew up there. So I first started playing there. My mum and my sister all played. The games on Norfolk there's about 3 teams that we rotated each week, and they were mixed. So I played with boys and girls. From there, I fell in love with it straight away. We moved up to Australia and I continued playing there. I went through all the reps and then made my way up to Queensland and where I am playing now.
And for me, I started at Redlands and then moved to Metro, both not in the Wildcats region. So I started at Redlands and I stayed there for I was there since I was 8, and I was there until I was maybe even before. But I was there for a few years, 5 years or so. And then moved to Metro, played with my friends for a couple of years. And then I moved to Cornubia, where we took out state age with my friends, with one of my friends that's also in my Ruby team, Nahoya. And then throughout these years, been heavily involved with indoor netball, and then that's been a big part of how I play outdoor netball as well. And so then I started state titles for Wildcats and then just stayed in the pathway for Wildcats.
Gordon, you mentioned about the 2 associations that you started with, Redlands and Metro East, which obviously, for everyone playing at home, that is for the Tigers, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Tigers area. Why did you choose the Wildcats?
When I was playing at Redlands, that's because I live in Redlands. So that was why I started with Redlands. And then Metro, moved with my friends. And then I was in a Tigers little development thing. And then I moved over to Cornubia to play with my friends that I had from Cornubia. And just to be under the Wildcats region to try and trial for them for state titles. So I don't know if you know these players are Tia Crombie from Tigers. Mm-hmm. Yep. I was state age team with Nahoya from my team. And so we played in that team all together. That's the main reason why I moved under Wildcats.
Both of you, what will be some netball highlights with both of you? I know that's going to be the most stupidest question for Kyden because I think we might have answered one of those highlights.
Mine would probably be going last year to Tasmania for the Queensland under 17s team, where we came 3rd actually, got a bronze medal. One of my other ones was probably representing Norfolk Island at the Pacific Games in Samoa in 2018. I'm actually at the end of the year this year going to Solomon Islands for the next Pacific Games. So looking forward to that.
So my top highlight would be this one. Just getting the goal in Darwin. Being undefeated, just topped that off as well. Remember that before. And if I was to say another one, I'd say under 15 state age reps, where we also got gold. That was in Sunny Coast with all my teammates. Fun underneath Cornubia. And yeah, and another just bonding one. We came second, but with schoolgirls under 12s in Darwin as well. Yeah, still playing with my friends, so it was pretty good.
If you mentioned right at the start what position you both play on the court. If you had a dream position, we love to play on the court. Where would that be? Be honest.
Definitely goal attack. I've always told Megan I'm the next goal attack for the team. If there's any injury weakness, I think she agrees.
I don't know, for me, I think I play a pretty cool position, but if I got all the qualities that came with the position, I would choose goal shooter or goalkeeper. Oh, if I was tall and could out-rebound all of them, I'd take Cougars HART any day. For netball wise.
Okay, I need to ask this then. What does the sport of netball mean to both of you, especially representing the Brisbane South Wildcats?
Yeah, netball's been really, really big in my life. Well, our whole team's there because we love the sport. It's allowed me to make so many amazing people, and our team has really become a family, especially in the Wildcats area. That's our logo kind of thing, is we're a family. But yeah, with this team, it's just been amazing. It's really taken my netball to another level.
Yeah, just the same. It's just been a big part of my life already. And yeah, I don't know what I'd be doing, what sport I would choose if I didn't do netball. Yeah, it's just a very important thing. And yeah, Brisbane South, big family-orientated place.
Tala, you're not in the Brisbane area, are you? I think you're on the border, are you?
Yes, I'm right on the border.
You're on the border. So I guess tell us a bit about the commitment that you, obviously I wish I asked this the first time I had you on the show, but I'm going to ask this to you now. Tell us a bit about the commitment that you have to do, every week throughout the season to go up to training and then game days at Nissan Arena. Obviously, you've had some road games as well this season. Tell us a bit about the commitment going from the border to Brisbane or or even wherever your away games might be.
Yeah, I don't think many people realise how much of a commitment this is. I'd travel up to Brisbane probably 5 times a week. It probably takes about, on good days, an hour and a half to get to training one way. So it's like a 3-hour round trip. Sometimes it's taken 2 to 3 hours one way. Yeah, so I usually get home around 10:30 at night, if not 11 sometimes on school nights, because I'm still going to school in year 12. On Friday mornings, we have to be up at Nissan at 5 a.m. So usually I have to wake up at 2:30, and then I'll get there, train, then go straight to school, and I won't get home usually till about 5 o'clock that afternoon. Yeah, so it's a really big commitment, especially on Sunday. Our game was up at Ipswich. It took us about 2.5 hours to get there. So yeah, you really have to organise yourself. That's what I've learned from this all. Yeah.
So I've got to ask, how important has your parents and your family been then, especially with all this commitment that you've got?
Yeah, they've been amazing. They're always there to help me drive, or if I need any extra support or anything. They always bring my dinner when I'm on my road. I go to school, they pick me up. It's all warm or cold or whatever. They're all ready. It's all ready to go. Yeah, they're always, when they drop me off to training, they'll go for a walk or something and wait for me. So they're always very helpful.
I need to ask both of you this then. Why have both of you learnt from each other on and off the court?
I'll go on.
Go for
Okay.
it, guys.
So Talia, I have mastered how Talia runs. Talia runs very like on her toes and like graceful. And she looks like a little gazelle running around. And we like, yeah. When she's committed to run, she just chucks her head down and she just runs and then she'll be up. I'm being serious.
Thanks, Kaiden. Appreciate it. Well, I was going to say, Kaiden, when she shoots, there's nothing stopping her. When you have the ball and you look up in the hoop area, you just go straight in every single time. I don't know how you do it. It's amazing. Kaiden's the queen of TikToks. TikTok girl.
Talia is just so nice to everyone that comes. Even if she doesn't know them, she just go out of her way.
I'm glad you've answered one of my questions already, Talia. I was going to ask later on, so that's good. What would be your advice to people that should get involved in netball?
I would say just sign up and give it a go, and like find a sport you love and don't be scared to try a few. And like playing with the people you love and having a really good company is really helpful with all the highs and lows in the sport. Yeah, especially from us with our 5 a.m. training, we really need good support because we really do have highs and lows.
Just having a good support system, that's like the best when you're trying to get into something new, try something new. And I'd say probably trying something with a friend or a family member or something. It just makes it so much more fun, just easy to do as well. Yeah.
All right, we'll finish with a couple of lighthearted questions about your teammates. I'm glad Talia pretty much answered one of my questions, so I'm going to ask it anyway. Who's the comedian, the best singer, and internet TikTok/BeReal?
Kaiden's the TikTok, BeReal. Also Hallie in the Sapphires. Comedian, definitely Maddie. She's a crazy one. Also singer, I'd probably say Courtney. She's got some good vocals.
All right, so for Ruby, so comedian, I'd say Salpo just cracks out some just really good jokes. Sometimes they can be mean, but sometimes they're pretty funny, so you'll get a laugh. And for TikTok, we've got Nahoya, Salpo, and Siana. They drift off and do some TikToks sometimes. And for singer, they all try and sing. We hear it in the change rooms, very loud. But I'd say Laura tries the most, so I'll give her the best.
Kaiden, you're not going to go with the next question I'm going to ask you. Talia did mention twice now that you are one of the TikTokers yourself and BeReal. Any good ones we should know about?
This is really not a question for me. On TikTok, just head on to that. Talia stitched me up here. Barely do TikToks.
You're welcome.
So, okay, any pre-game superstition or ritual?
I've got a bit of a weird one. Not really a superstition, more of a pre-game thing. Before like a big event or like the day of an event, I have to like deep clean my room and organize it for the whole week. And then I've also got to watch a full movie of the Divergent. But not like, every single series, just Divergent. It's so weird. Yeah. That's me.
For me, I don't really have a superstition, but I'd say something that I do pre-game, like all the time, is I'll always, because I wear ankle guards, I'll always strap with tape just around it, just Yeah, it's like a good luck thing for me. Always keeps them on so I don't have to worry about them at all. And yeah, that's generally what it is. But most weeks I do forget something. Yeah. I'll forget one thing this week. One week I accidentally wore the wrong dress. I wore my state titles dress instead of my Ruby dress. Yeah. It looks exactly the same.
Okay. So sorry, Kyra, I need to ask. So what happened when you turned up? Or when did you realise that you wore the wrong one?
I was warming up and everything. It's all fine because I already have my Ruby polo on. Everything's fine. I get my bib and I go to put my bib on and I'm like, my bib's not fitting. And then I look around and everyone's else like little bib sticky things look different. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, why is my dress different? And then I realized. And then my coaches told me to be quiet so I wouldn't get in trouble. Yeah. But I have some weeks, and that week I forgot my bottle as well, so I don't have a water bottle. Yep. And I forgot my towel last game. Yesterday.
I've got to ask both of you then. Who's the responsible one for the speakers?
Ooh.
Ours is Nalani. Yeah.
Is it?
Nalani. Yeah.
For us, ours is Nahoya. She has like this big cube one and she brings it every single week and it's pretty good. And she's on music as well. So that's good.
Two final ones. The first one is any embarrassing moments by anyone on the team on the court?
You got to say Kayla in one of them.
Kayla.
Yeah, you have to say Kayla in some of them.
There's always Kayla. She's always on the ground. Her and there has not been a game that they haven't hit the ground yet. You should see them after games. They all have bruises everywhere. It's so bad.
Okay, I got mine. So, first game back, we're versing Jets. There's like 3 seconds left on the clock, 4 seconds left on the clock. And Laura is playing goal attack. She is like at the super shot range in the throw-in. She chest passes the ball off the post, trying to get it in. You know how they do the pass at the post?
Yeah.
She tried to catch it, and it went flying out of the court. And I was like calling for it, and it just goes like this, boom, boom. And I was like, Laura. And Laura's always on the ground as well. Yep, that's our team. Laura's the funny one. But she's a doctor and she has heterochromia, so that makes up for it.
I wish I was up there, seriously, to watch your team play. So we'll finish with this last one. And Tali, this question particularly goes to you to finish off. Obviously, we are sponsoring you again this year. How special to have Smash FM as your sponsor? Don't worry, Kyden, you'll get your chance to be sponsored by us.
It's such a privilege. Thank you so much for all this. I've actually got a T-shirt for you.
Oh,
Come up.
that's amazing.
At the grand final. Support Wildcats. So thank you so much for sponsoring me. It means a lot to me and my netball career. We appreciate you so much.
That's all right. And I can't wait to come up to the grand final, especially to meet both you. And both you, thank you so much for giving up some of your time to join us. And best of luck for the remainder of the season. Obviously, there's still a couple of rounds left to go before the season concludes at the end of this month. Oh, no, start of next month, I should say, in July. And let's hope there's still a chance to crack into the finals in the next 4 weeks.
Yep.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. And that's Hayden and Tali there. Join us from the Brisbane South Wildcats Ruby and Sapphire Series teams. Of course, you want to get down there to watch them play. Of course, the doubleheader weekend this weekend. Of course, most of the games are at Nissan Arena. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.